Okay, in this video, we're going to be factoring a perfect square trinomial with a leading coefficient of 1. Okay, so what that means, a perfect square trinomial, means that this group of 3 terms can be factored into something that looks like this, say a plus b squared. Okay, and recall that that's the same thing as a plus b times a plus b. So what's going to happen here to get a perfect square trinomial is that when we factor this by our normal means, which we'll go through in a second, that we will get the same factor for both parentheses. Thus, you'll square that parentheses, and that's what makes it a perfect square trinomial. Okay, the leading coefficient of 1 means there's not going to be a number out in front of our first term. There's another video that shows how to do it when there is a number out in front of that first term if you want to check that out. Okay, so for the first problem, we've got u squared plus 8u plus 16. There's nothing to factor out since there's a 1 in front of the leading term. So I'm going to take a look at the 16 and ask, how can I multiply to get this number, but also add to get this number? Okay, so since we're multiplying to get 16, and we're adding to get 8, let's go through the list of the 16s factors, which would be 1 and 16. And I'm going to use all positive ones because this number here is positive. Okay, and positive times positive gives us a positive. That doesn't work. Let's do 2 and 8. 2 plus 8 works for 16, but it doesn't add to get 8, it adds to get 10. So how about 4 and 4? That one works. 4 and 4 works because 4 times 4 is 16, and 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. So that's the one that we're going to use right there. Okay, didn't really need the U there. All right, so this will factor into u plus 4 in the first parentheses, and also a u plus 4 in the second parentheses, which means it'll factor into u plus 4 squared. Okay, let's take a look at the next one here. Okay, so this one we do have a negative in the middle, and we are still looking at the 64 last term. Things that multiply to get 64 but add to get 16. Okay, so, or negative 16 rather. So remember, to get a positive number, to multiply to get a positive number, they either have to be both be positive or both be negative. Since this is negative here, we're going to use only negative factors over here because we want it to add to get negative 16. So negative 1 and negative 64, that doesn't work. It doesn't add up to get negative 16. Negative 2, negative 32 also doesn't work. Negative 4 and negative 16. That one, we're getting closer, but that one still doesn't work. That adds up to negative 20. And then negative 8 and negative 8. Okay, negative 8 and negative 8 multiply to get positive 64. Also add to get negative 16. So that's the one we're going to use. Okay, so this will factor into y minus 8. Okay, the y because of this and the minus 8 because of this, and another y minus 8, which means it'll factor into y minus 8 squared. Okay, let's take a look at that last one. Okay, so we've got v squared plus 14v plus 49. Okay, so we're looking to multiply to get 49, but add to get 14. Okay, everything's positive in the problem, so I'm going to use only only positive factors. 1 and 49, that gives us 50, not 14. 7 is the only other number that goes into 49, so it's got to be 7 and 7. Okay, 7 plus 7 gives us 14. 7 times 7 gives us 49. So that's the numbers we're looking for. So this will factor into v plus 7 times v plus 7, which factors into v plus 7 squared. And that is it.